afternoon, or evening, dailies and mental gen. I am the Jurassic Pyro. I know I said that the wrong way. Deal with it. That's the joke. Anyway, on this episode of the How To Setup series, we're on Clubhouse. And now, because Clubhouse is very prominent in pro, ranked, unranked, and just pretty much every scene, because of it being a generally good map, you're going to want to know how to set it up properly so you don't get butt touched by every defender and attacker in the game. So first off, this rotate. Red is so important to hold that you don't want to lose it. The second you lose it, the second you lose this site. Simple as that. Next, you're going to want to get CC wall. Next, rafters. Hands down, probably the most important part of any map in this entire game. Just because of your ability to hold, well, let's see, 1 angle, 2 angles, 3 angles, and just a very big and important room. It's pretty powerful, so you're going to want to reinforce it properly. Get all of the garage. I'm not saying 1 or 2 walls, I'm saying these garage door walls. Because the angles they can produce, and because of how much they can give the attackers the upper hand when attacking the site, it's pretty important to keep them out of there. So you're not going to want to touch this wall. Leave this wall, because if you're up here, you can just, peek over, not get rid of anything. Next, you're going to want to reinforce cache wall.
Op 4 has yet to locate a bomb.
Reinforce this construction wall. And reinforce this wall on the CC. My bad. You're going to want to make holes here for C4 and smoke nades. Now, I try not to base setups around operators, but usually on this map, you're going to want to bring smoke a lot of the time, just because he's an overall good operator and the utility he brings is invaluable. Now, here's a little trick I learned, because if you're in higher elo, you're going to want to, keep this wall closed. So, what you're going to want to do is to prevent people from throwing frags under. People usually run in and, pick Soph or Ash and they throw their explosives on here so you can't trick the wall with your bandit. So, here's what you do. You shoot them through this hole. That's what you do. You just shoot them. There's a hole up here you can make that also gets this door. Now, let's move on to the next site. Now, we're on bedroom and gym of Clubhouse. Now, usually you're not going to want to pick this site as your first or your second site. This is usually your third option, because one of the other sites is so bad, you do not ever want to touch it. Now, a trick I like to do with Black Man Extraordinaire, yes, I call him that, if you don't like it, you can happily go fuck yourself, because God knows nobody else wants to, is make a rotate there, make it rotate in bathroom, you'll see why in a second. Castle this off. Now, I recommend, in order for this trick to work, maximum, for this trick to work at its peak, you run bulletproofs on him. Why? Because I fucking said so. I actually got this idea from King George, so if you somehow are watching this, congratulations, and thanks for the idea. Place a bulletproof here. Look at that. That's real nice now, isn't it? Alright, so you got your rotates here, and you gotta rotate here. This. Castle this. And just for good measure, you're gonna want to castle this door. Why? Because fuck the attackers, that's why. Reinforce this construction wall. This construction wall.
10 seconds to insertion. 5 seconds and counting. Diffuser.
Reinforce this bathroom wall. Reinforce jacuzzi wall. Reinforce cache wall, or the vault wall, my bad. Just reinforce all of construction. And so, that's how you set up Gym and Master of Clubhouse. Now, we're moving on to the next site. Now, we're on Bar and Stockroom of Clubhouse. Now, here's my advice. Do not ever pick this site if you have the ability to. I know in Quick Match you can't choose your site, but in Ranked and Unranked, do not pick this site. Alright? It is the worst. It is hard to defend. It is so easy to get a bomb plan off. It's stupid. It's just flat out stupid. But the rest of the map is pretty good, so pick your poison. So first off, you're going to start with this stage wall. Alright? I don't know who the hell thinks you don't need to reinforce this, but you do. Alright? Next, you're going to want to make a rotate into stock. Line that up a bit. Get this wall for the love of Christ. Please. Next, you're going to want to get this wall. Now, usually, most people, if they're going for frags and they're not being smart, they'll come through pool table. So, what I usually like to do is I like to have somebody hold from gym and watch pool. Usually an Ella or a Legion, or somebody that can pop the hatch but also has some sort of range. I know Ella can't pop it, but she's got a shotgun, so reinforce this wall. Just reinforce it, alright? Like I said in my Hereford video, it doesn't matter if what you're reinforcing isn't on site, or doesn't really affect it. Your job as a defender is to make attacking hard. It's to prevent them from planting, from killing your entire team, from just doing anything to win the round. Your objective is to prevent the attackers from doing their job. Alright? So, making it harder to get an angle through this wall, or gain entry through it, is pretty good. Now they're either going to have to waste a hard breach charge, which could help them here, there, or rarely there. Or they'll have to waste Hibanas, Ace charges, Thermite charges if they're that stupid. Yeah. So, that's how you reinforce and set up stock and bar. Now, we're moving on to the fourth and final site. Now, we're on Church and Armory of Clubhouse. Now, you're going to want to get Church Wall. This one. And I'll show you why I say this one in a second. You do not reinforce this wall. You do not. You make a rotate into blue. Alright? Simple as that. Place a deployable shield here. And guess what? You make a rotate into blue. Or you make a rotate from blue into armory. Get dirt walls. Because, why the hell not? And because you're usually not going to be holding it, barricade it. Now you're going to want to reinforce kitchen hatch, and there's a trick I like to do with cap cannon. I take impacts and I put suppressor on my PMM. I make a impact hole here.
10 seconds left.
I go up to stock and I watch the
Down to 5
hatch.
seconds.
And if they put anything on the hatch, I use my suppressed pistol.
Bomb locations are secure.
Reinforce bar hatch here a bit, but get stock hatch. And don't worry about, this potentially taking a long time. I'm one person doing a bunch of reinforcements. You're usually going to have a team of 5 to help you. You're also going to want to get this wall. You're going to want to make a vault hole here. Usually you'll have like a maestro do it or anything. You don't want it to be a full rotate because usually you're just going to want to be able to watch the hatch from church. And then just for shits and giggles, reinforce this wall so you don't get shot when rotating. And there you have it. That's all the sites on church and how to set them up. I hope this helps you in your future sieges. And if you found this video helpful, please like and subscribe as it helps my channel grow. Or don't. I'm not your parents. And, yeah, cheers. Peace.